CFA Level 1 and Level 3 February 2024 exam deferral. I know there are a lot of changes, sudden new updates that have left you confused. So if you are looking to defer your exam and are confused as to what these new updates are, then you definitely have to keep watching this video. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanishka and I hope you all are doing good. Today's video is very important because it is an announcement about the latest updates that have been given by the CFA Institute with regards to the February 2024 exam deferral process. So let's get straight to it. But before that, if you're new to this channel, then please guys take that 1 second and hit the subscribe button. I really have a vision for this channel which only you can help me achieve. So if you've ever liked my content even a teeny bit, so please थोड़ी सी help करके hit that subscribe button. If you're already a part of this channel, then thank you so much for joining me in my journey. I hope we stay together till the end of time. So February candidates level 1 and level 3. I know a lot of you per se were already planning to defer your exam. There were reasons that were there and most of you wanted to defer your exam for level 1 in May, right? However, the institute, as some of you have already seen, has made recent changes. So basically, they have said that they are making enhancements to the deferral process. And honestly, somewhere this was expected because a lot of people were taking undue advantage also of the emergency deferral. That is my opinion that ye reason hoga. It could be any other reason. But yeah, basically they are making some enhancements. They're making some changes because of which they are not able to release the deferral form before your exam window. So the exams for level 1, level 3 cumulatively start somewhere between February 16th going on till February 21. But for the first time ever, the deferral requests will not be taken before the exam. Instead, it will be taken after the exam. Which means the deferral request का जो form होता है, the form that you have to fill to apply for a paid or emergency deferral will now come after your exam. So the form is going to be released from February 26th to March 11th. Repeating, from February 26th to March 11th. That is the new window to apply for a deferral request. Whether it is paid, whether it is an emergency request, either or, you can only do it between 26th Feb to March 11, 2024. Now, what are the implications of this? Number one question that a lot of you will have, but what if I want to cancel my exam? My exam is before, the deferral form is after, तो कैसे होगा? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to call the institute, you don't have to call the center, nothing. Just ignore any data that is coming. Now you'll be getting an appointment letter, reminder, things like that. You need to completely ignore it. Don't pay heed to it. Don't even go for the exam. And then when the form comes out on Feb 26th, you need to apply for the deferral. That's it. It's the same thing, but you have to do it then. तब तक आपको सब कुछ ignore करना है if you are sure that you want to defer your exam, right? Now, for level 3 candidates, this is not too much of a problem because anyways, for any of you who are planning to defer, your next option was August only because there is no exam in May. So you guys are not suffering in any form in the sense that your planning will go as is. For level 1 candidates who had planned to defer their exam to May, now you will not be able to do that. That is, the February 2024 candidates cannot defer their exam to May 2024 at any cost because the deferral forms will open only on Feb 26th and the May exam registration closes on Feb 6th. So basically, May में exam देने का you have no chance. Now your next option to defer your exam will only be in August 2024, right? That is the first one. So you can defer your exam to August 2024 or November 2024 or Feb 2025. May 2024 is not an option anymore and there is no way that you can make that an option. आप कितना भी request कर लो, कितना भी कुछ कर लो, they cannot do anything about it, right? To let you know a few basic FAQs, you have only one paid deferral per exam. That means, suppose you're a level 1 candidate, you've registered for your first attempt in level 1 and you decide to defer your exam, then you cannot re-defer your exam. That means, suppose you decide to defer it to August, but come August you feel, oh, I'm not prepared again, you cannot defer it again. At that point of time, if you don't go for your exam, it's fully cancelled. You will have to re-register from scratch. Number 2, what is the cost of the deferral, paid deferral? It is $399 US. No discount on that, and it is a binding offer. That means if you apply for the paid deferral or even emergency deferral for that matter, you cannot go back on your word. You cannot say, oh, hey, now I'm prepared, so I'll just go and give the exam. You will not be able to, because the moment you apply for that deferral, your exam appointment immediately gets cancelled. Now, one more thing is the emergency deferral. What is an emergency deferral? How can we apply it? Emergency deferral gives you the chance to defer your exam one time in that entire registration, free of cost, because the institute is kind enough to understand that sometimes in life emergencies happen. It could be you getting pregnant if you're a woman. It could be some close family member falling seriously ill or unfortunately expiring. It could also be you falling seriously ill. So any such emergencies. It could also be, by the way, a very common emergency is if your appointment center has been changed in less than 30 days of your exam, then that too can be counted as an emergency. However, the catch here is that when you apply for an emergency deferral, since it's free of cost and you are telling them that it's an emergency, you have to prove this emergency, that this emergency has happened. So you need to provide documentation to prove that, see, this has happened, that's why I am applying for it. Now, if God forbid your documentation is false, it is lies, then obviously we all know that the institute is high on ethics. So kya actions ho sakte hain, we all are very well aware. If, however, what you are saying is true, but unfortunately the documentation is not strong enough to prove it, then you will still be given a chance to apply for a paid deferral, but this has to happen only between 26th Feb to March 11th. So the chances are very less, because emergency deferral takes up to 7 weeks to be evaluated. तो frankly, अगर आपने झूठ बोला आपको deferral नहीं मिलेगा, so just avoid. I would say always be honest. Now, before I end this video, I know a lot of you have this one doubt, because it's a starting part of the deferral policy that says, we have seen in the past that people who defer don't have a higher chance of passing and stuff like that. So let me tell you, the reason they say that is because when you defer your exam, it is human nature that you feel अच्छा ज़्यादा time है, so you again don't study. That is a thought that in case you are deferring this exam purely because you wasted time, let's assume it that way. So the chances are, they say that human psychology, that you will waste time again, which is to a certain extent true. However, like I always say, sometimes life happens, things happen in your personal life for which you really have to end up deferring your exam, right? So ऐसा नहीं है that if you defer you will not pass. It is on you, your discipline, your study schedule on whether you're gonna pass the exam or not. Last thing before I complete this video is how to decide whether we should give a deferral or not. Like I always say, please differentiate between anxiety and actually not knowing. Actually not knowing is सच में नहीं पढ़ा है. You are now on Feb 2 and you still have 3-4 topics left. You have maybe even 2 topics left. Then yes, you are on a danger zone, right? Or you will not be able to start your revision till February 10. Then yes, you are in a danger zone. Anxiety is you have done everything at least once properly, but you feel yaad nahi aa raha, how will I retain it, things like that. That is majorly anxiety, because at any point of time you will always feel underprepared. That is how the exam is designed. So always be careful whether you should take a deferral or not. Differentiate between anxiety and reality. Again, coming back to this particular window, the February window, should you defer? Now what to do? Because if you can't give it in May, then what is the next steps gonna be? Assuming you give your exam in August, you defer your exam to August 2024, and you pass the exam, then you will not be able to give your level 2 till minimum May 2025. If you pass your August attempt, then that means you'll be able to give your level 2 only in May 2025. Considering you pass that exam also, you will not be able to give your level 3 till February 2026. So yes, it increases the pace a little, because you can never give a CFA exam back to back in less than 6 months. You need to have a 6 months gap. So that is the point. Unfortunately, if you do not pass the August exam, then the next option to give the level 1 exam will be Feb 2025, not November 2024. Just letting you know so that you are aware, not wanting to scare you, because like I always say, you know your reality more. Sometimes situations lead to us कि हमने सच में नहीं पढ़ाई, we know it's gonna waste our money, it's gonna waste our time, then we have to pay for that deferral. Then fine, it makes sense, even if it's gonna take you maybe 2 years to complete what could have been done in 1.5 years. But what is the point? Even if you fail, you will still take that much time. So you know your story better, you know your situation better. Take the call accordingly. Don't fear that, oh my god, if I don't sit for the Feb exam, then I'll have to only give in August, then my level 2 will happen in 2025, my level 3 will happen in 2026. 2 saal khich gaye, all that fear. But like I said, if you are 100% sure that you are not prepared or you can't sit for the exam, then even if you go for the exam, you're going to fail it, and you're not going to be able to sit in May. You're again going to be able to sit in August only. So you're going to repeat the same process. So be honest with yourself. But again, repeating, differentiate between reality and anxiety. Are you just anxious, or are you really not prepared? With that, I am ending this video. In case there is any other point that I have missed or something else that you want to know, let me know in the comment section and I will definitely answer it. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Until then, keep sparkling and definitely keep learning.